mentioned working with Zach Osborne. Is he helping you just on the bike, or just off the bike, or on the bike and kind of bike setup stuff as well? Or can you talk about your relationship?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Everything so far has been just like the training side of it. He's in Florida, I'm in Texas. This is actually the first week we've been together and doing one-on-one stuff, and it's been super helpful, especially with the clutch stuff that we've been testing. Just because he's been at that level, he's been at the highest level, he's a champion. He knows what a bike can be and what it should feel like. So when it comes down to starts, it's been very, very helpful because there's things that I didn't even realize that we could do to the bike to achieve a certain feel. But as far as the training stuff, I think we think a lot alike. We're both family men. We know the family comes first, and training in dirt bikes is important. But we can make up for things, and we can really. He really works with me on my schedule and getting the right training in and the proper amount in with my personal life as well. So it's been really cool.
Did that come about because he's a Beta ambassador, or is that something you saw out on your own?
Yeah, pretty much because he's a Beta ambassador, and I've known Zach for a good 10, 12 years now. So always got along with him. Always hung out with him a couple of times, and he's just I think he's very knowledgeable. He does his homework as far as the training side goes, and it's something that is very relieving, just knowing that he's actually doing the work to figure out how to get me to where I need to be. It's not just here's a program that worked for me, run with it. It's there's a lot more, I guess, studying behind it and figuring out how I work and how to get the best out of me on Saturdays. So it's really cool to work with someone like that, and I'm excited for the year. Yeah, I mean, last year was really only my second full season, like doing all the Supercrosses, but my first full season in the 450 class. So just kind of, I don't really know. I've been doing this for so long. It's kind of what I expected it to be. Being consistent throughout the year is something that's obviously very important, but I feel like the consistency of racing every weekend is something that suits my style and my personality really well. I'm a very consistent person, don't like change much. So the racing every weekend was fun for me. I really enjoyed it.
And the results improved. Was that getting comfortable on the bike? Finding new things on the bike? What?
I think getting comfortable with the bike, yes, but more so just the consistency of racing, getting into the swing of things. Obviously, towards the end of the year, we have injuries and stuff like that, so that helps results. But I did feel like I made a lot of progress towards the end of the year. Fitness wasn't where it could have been last year, so towards the end of the year, I felt like I was getting stronger. So that's been a big focus this off season. I've been working with Zach Osborne for 4 or 5 months now, and I really feel like we're checking all the boxes and we're getting to where we need to be.
When you talk about bike setup and finding improvements with the new engine package, is there anything in particular you can talk about that's improved or something that you like that you feel?
I mean, I don't know the specifics of like what they did. It's a little funny because they had sent like the updated engine to me, and I ran it, and I had called my team manager, and I was like, hey, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it might be a little bit better, but not, like I didn't tell much of a difference. And then they were really shocked by that because Mitchell was like, this thing's crazy good. And then I got a new practice bike, my 26 practice bike. And when I rode that, I was like, I called him immediately. I was like, is there something different about this bike? And so I think we had like the wrong mapping in the first bike, and it made a huge difference. So kind of the bike being faster now changed the way the suspension works a little bit. So we've made some changes, but like I said, I'm pretty stoked. I did yesterday more starts than I think I did the entire off season last year, so that's positive. Made some improvements on that as well. Changed up my start technique for the 300th time in the last 6 years, so I've officially lost my starting blocks, which is probably good. So I thought last year was pretty good. I learned some stuff about the bike a little more. kind of helped for the bike for this year. And as little testing as we've done, I feel like the bike's kind of insanely good. So I'm really happy with it.
Can you pick up from where you left off last year, or the off-season's going to change things?
I mean, the off-season will change things for sure, and different year, more guys it seems like, but I mean, I'd like to pick up. I feel like I was riding good, especially at SMX. I felt like I was ended really solid, so I've never, it's really weird for me this off-season. I've never come into the off-season healthy. Like I'm always, I mean, I have, but it's been a long time, so usually I'm rehabbing some type of injury for the last 2-3 months, where now it's like, when I started the off season, I could do 20-minute motos no problem, which is a very foreign feeling for me the last few years. So it's been nice. It's been an extremely different off season for me than the past like 6 years not being in California, but I've really enjoyed it. So
With the collarbone, is your plan still to race A1?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the goal right now. Right now, I'm right at 3 weeks. Usually it's, collarbone's like 4 weeks, but this one's going to be longer, unfortunately. It's just part of it. But yeah, that's the goal, week by week right now. So probably get another X-ray here in a week or so and see what it's looking like. Will the doctor let me get back on the bike in 4 weeks? Probably not. So, yeah, it's tricky, but I'm just training, staying fit. My fitness is good. I mean, you doing this for so long, having the, we don't stop really unless you have an injury. And even when you have an injury, you're still training, doing something. So fitness-wise will be fine. I'll just be, learning the bike and getting used to it. And obviously, we're going to have a big test before. Like, I feel like it's going to be really close. Like, I think probably, my hope is around Christmas time I get back on a bike. But again, we'll see what the doctors say. But yeah, it'll be tricky. I plan on spending a lot of time in Florida, but I think I'll be back out here with the team, so that'll be good. And the one thing I can take away from it is I think, like, I've seen some statistics, and I think I have the most races right now. Like, I've lined up more than anybody, so I think Eli's like second behind me on that. So experience-wise, we'll be fine. And I just want to get back on the bike. So right now it's like waiting pattern. Yeah, it's difficult, but I'm positive and hopeful, and everything happens for a reason. So maybe it's like, I don't know. I kind of had to look at it, and I was like thought about like street bike, MotoGP guys. They don't really practice. Obviously,
bold.
Yeah,
Strategy.
It's a bold strategy. I've been in this situation before. Like when I won my first, maybe it was my second championship on 250. I broke my wrist the first race, and I didn't ride at all during the week. I just raced on the weekends, and that worked out okay. So, but yeah, it's like, the hardest thing is a new bike, unproven new bike, and it has to be developed. So, but I do have a good team that's going to be behind me and believes in me. So, that's that. That's on the bike. I probably have a total of 2 weeks maybe. But the feeling I was getting obviously was good. We were on a base engine fully stock, so we didn't get into super getting the power for Supercross yet. But all in all, it revs extremely high, which is a really good thing for me. Like, for instance, like in the whoops at Supercross, like you go in and usually if you don't go in fourth gear, it'll run out pretty quick. But this one just seems like it obviously it revs out, but it keeps going. It's extremely unique. It's different than anything I've ever experienced before. So it took some time getting used to, but the power characteristics of the bike is cool. I think it'll be a benefit for me in Supercross. Obviously nowadays the whoops turn into jumping whoops, but I think we set out right away. We were like, all right, if we could skim the whoops as long as we can, so that'll be a chassis thing. But anyways, the engine like skimming the whoops, so it's that's a positive for sure.
Seems like it'll fit you. Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
I would say the Ducati bikes, the strongest point of this bike is they fix the only thing I didn't like on the Honda, which make the bike way better for me.
Is that what is that?
It's chassis frame.
Okay.
I think I think the Honda, since day one, I find some flexing frame, very soft, very flexing. And the Ducati bike, I think that's what they've been working probably the most on is the frame. They design a frame that is, to me, the best frame in the motorsports, two wheels motorsports. They understand that this is a big problem, especially in Supercross, when we have the flexing in the landing of the jump, or when we apply so much G-force on the bike. And I think they understand that better than any other team, any other brand. And I think that's the strongest point of the bike, and it's what I love about the bike. It's the frame, the chassis is insane. It's so balanced, like so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know it sounds like everybody's gonna be in his chairs and say, yeah, my bike is perfect and the best in the world. But obviously, like I'm most of the time I don't lie to you guys. And this bike, this frame is really it fixed what I was struggling with the Honda a lot. Obviously, at HRC they fixed that problem, but at Phoenix we didn't have enough resource to fix that. And this Ducati bike really matched what I was looking for years as a chassis, as a frame for a Supercross bike.
Did you find the transition fairly seamless, or were there some things that you had to work on when moving over to the new bike?
We had stuff to work on. Like the day one, I could not ride the bike. We didn't understand. Like I was not able to triple. I was not able to ride the bike, and it happened. It was the height of the pegs are different on the stock Ducati than any other bike, and this was killing me. I couldn't ride the bike, and after testing some stuff, we understand that was the issue. So they have stuff very different to any other brand. They have stuff like that are very great, like the engine, like the chassis, but there are other stuff like the pegs position, shifter, brakes that are very different that I was struggling on at first. But obviously now it's been 2 months, I think, so we test a lot of stuff. The team, obviously, they know me. It's pretty much the full factory connection Geico team. I had a lot of this guy with me at Phoenix, so they know me, they know what I'm looking for. So it's been a very easy transition, but it's more like, what Ducati, like obviously in Supercross, nobody rode this bike, so we had just to try the bike, try the parts, and we had to give feedback, and to build the parts for that bike took a little bit. But right now we're pretty good. We finally have everything that I was complaining about. It's fixed, so right now we're in sweet spot.